Good day or good evening, wherever you are. So, quite recently, wanted to make a walkie-talkie effect for one of my projects, and I was searching for YouTube, and I haven't found a tutorial that quite satisfied what I was looking for. So I thought I would make my own tutorial how to make one. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm piggybacking off of Kartalma's video of how to make a walkie-talkie effect, and I'm gonna show you how I have done it in a minute. But first, let's check out the end result.
This is Unit 5. Suspect is inbound. We're chasing after him.
As you can see, if you go watch Kartalma's video, just for the context, you can clearly hear that this is way more distorted, way more uh I wouldn't say choppy, but like precise. It's clear, precise, distorted, just how you would hear somebody talk through a walkie-talkie. And that's what I wanted to try and do, is simulate how simulate, quote unquote, how one would sound. So this is my version. It's not perfect, but this is what I've come up with. Let's listen to other examples that I've recorded.
The suspect is still mobile. I repeat, the suspect is still mobile.
And the last one?
Roger that, dispatch.
All right. Now let's get into it. I won't recreate, I'll just show you what I've done. So, first and foremost, I've put a filter, just like in Kartalma's video. I've put a filter. Instead, I've used the radio. Instead of the old telephone, I've used the old radio, but I adjusted the Note 5 and Note 3 a little bit to make Note 3 a little bit narrower, and Note 5 to increase to make it a little bit higher, so that a more those particular frequencies would be louder. Okay, next, Valhalla Supermassive. Now, in his video, Valhalla Supermassive went after Destructor. Mine is before Destructor. Now, the main key difference here is that my at least reasoning is that when you're talking, you're making a bunch of reverb around the area. So this reverb is gonna go reverberate before going into the device, distorting the audio. That's my reasoning. And on top of that, I made, even though I used the same preset as Cortalma, but I made the mix way. I turned the mix way down to make it less distinct, to make the reverb less distinct. Now, Destructor. Now, Destructor, I didn't like. I tried to use the Bit Crush, Harmer Bit Crush, but I did not like it. Like the way I set it up. If you would listen to it. Oh, I think I broke it. Oh, derp. Okay.
This is Unit 5. Suspect is inbound.
Okay, let me turn off the limiter.
This is Unit 5. Suspect is inbound. We're chasing after him.
It sounds like garbage, doesn't it? So we're definite. So with Harmer Rubber, the way I've set it up, like,
This is Unit 5. Suspect is inbound. We're chasing after him.
it sounds way more like it would fit a walkie-talkie, right? This particular one. Now, I believe you can potentially even go harder on the preamp to make even more distorted, to make the voice even more distorted. Next, the limiter. Primarily, the limiter is there only for the noise gate. Now, why do I want the noise gate? Precision. Now, the way that walkie-talkies are is that even if you're talking through a walkie-talkie, is that the unnecessary information is cut off. That is the outside noise. So in this case, I'm just cutting off the outside noise. That is essentially, everything that I do not need.
This is Unit 5. Suspect is inbound. We're chasing after him.
As you can see, all of this right here, all of these empty spots, that would have been caught up if I did not actually just use the noise gate. And on top of that, it has the side effect of just having those a little bit staticky effects. Let's just say call them like that. I'm not exactly sure how they're called, but they make it more believable. Now on top of that, you probably could add like some white noise or something that would go alongside with it, as in like the walkie talkies are in a they're connected to each other and they're waiting each other to respond, what each other is gonna say. Anyway, moving on. Now I put two almost identical more. I put two additional filters. Now, why did I put two additional filters? Is because while analyzing Need for Speed Most Wanted police chatter, I noticed that this right here is quite cut off. It's the sub bass, some of the sub bass, and somewhere around 100 110 hertz. All of uh, all of the frequencies around that area are just toned down, essentially toned down. They're not gone, they're just toned down. If I would
This is Unit 5.
As you can see, they're not gone, they're still there. But while analyzing, I saw that right here where the Note 7 is, the frequencies do gradually go down. So, and there's a cutoff area right here. Exactly somewhere about, what is that, 12,000 hertz. So around that area is where the cutoff point is, and it goes down gradually. And to top it all off, I added a compressor to squish down, to make the quiet parts louder and to make the loud parts quieter. Essentially, squish down the sound. Now, I don't expect you to have the Royal compressor. This is paid. You can potentially use, I don't know. You probably can use multi-band compressor or some other compressor that you can find and try and see around what you can do. On top of that, I added some saturation. This has built in, so you want to probably have a plugin that also increases the saturation of this, and this is at maximum. The recovery of the compressor is essentially at 6, so I'm assuming this is at slow, so you want to have it as slow as possible. And that is about it. uh yeah, if anything, feel free to tinker around with these presets. And yeah, Hope you learned something and have a nice rest of your day.